Good afternoon, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Welcome back to my channel. It's my financial journey. Today I will be reviewing the Vanguard Megacap Growth ETF, ticker MGK. This ETF tracks the 122 top companies in the U.S. stock market. If you're looking for the biggest and the best stocks to invest in, this ETF covers all those. If you're looking for the Amazons, the Teslas, it's all in here. And to own one share of this stock as of today is be $203.74 US. Yesterday, if you had bought it yesterday, it was going for 201. So this stock has been going up steadily since the New Year's. And the cost of this is the cost on the scorecard for this ETF its cost is excellent. The tracking error is good. The bid-ask ratio is typical, and the holdings diversity is good. This ETF holds 122 of the top companies in the U.S. stock market. So in this ETF, you've got Apple, you've got Microsoft, you've got Amazon, you've got Facebook, you've got Alphabet, which is another name for Google. So if you don't know what Alphabet company means, it's Google's parent company's name. On the U.S. stock market, they go by Alphabet, not Google. We've got Tesla, we've got Visa Inc. That's a credit card. We got Nvidia, and we got Mastercard. So those are the top 10 holdings in this fund. And the percentage breakdown for Apple's percentage in this fund is 12.6%. Microsoft is at 11.14%. Amazon is at 9.27%. Microsoft is going at 11.14%. Facebook is at 4.58%. Google is at 3.6%. Tesla 2.91%, Visa 2.44%, Nvidia Corp 2.16%, and Mastercard rounding out the top 10 at 2.07%. So those are the top 10 holdings of this ETF, and also that's about 50% of the total value of this ETF is in the top 10. So in my opinion, this is one of the best ETFs you can get for growth because it has all the top 10 and the top 122 companies in the USA that right now are making big gains and growing rapidly. In my opinion, this is one of the most diversified funds you can also have. If you wanted to invest in like Apple, but you couldn't afford it because of the price range. If you wanted to invest in Microsoft, it's Amazon. Right now, Amazon is going for over $3,000 per share. You've got Tesla going right now at $816 per share. So those are pretty pricey stocks if you want to buy them individually. But if you don't want to buy them individually, and you're worried about your stock crashing or you're losing all your money in one stock, the best option and the option that I take is I invest in ETFs and indexes. Because an ETF, you're invested in this particular ETF, you're invested in over 122 stocks. So if one goes down, one fails, one goes bankrupt, it's bad, but it ain't the worst case scenario. You're still in the game. And then if you look at these companies, like you look at Apple, you know that Apple is not going to go bankrupt in the next 10, 15, 20 years. You know that Microsoft is not going to go bankrupt in the next 10, 15, 20 years. Almost every computer on the planet has some kind of Microsoft technology in it. Amazon, they're taking over the world right now. They own everything. Everything gets ordered online. It's Amazon. The one share is over $3,000. The richest man in the world owns Amazon. So this company is not going to go bankrupt anytime soon. Not in our lifetime. You got Facebook with the Zuckerbergs, one of the richest men in the world, and everyone on the planet uses Facebook basically. So Facebook is not going bankrupt. Google, every phone on the planet has Google in it. So you know that Google is not going bankrupt. So when you invest in ETFs or any kind of stock, the first question you ask yourself is it a good business? Is it going to go bankrupt? Am I going to lose money? If you know the company's not going to go bankrupt anytime soon, you know that they supply a service that almost everyone on the planet uses. So if those are all yeses, you know, these companies aren't going bankrupt. You're not going to lose your money. All these companies that I've mentioned in the top 10 list, they're all growth companies. They're all getting bigger each day. They're all going higher in share prices. You know, everyone continues to use them. Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Facebook, everyone uses these things. Google, Tesla, all Visa, MasterCard. You know, when people have money, they use it. Everyone uses credit cards nowadays. So if you've got money, everything's charged credit card. You know, most people nowadays don't even know what a check is. It's all credit card or debit, and most people don't have any money in their bank account. So next option is credit card. So everyone's using credit cards, and if you have no money, you can always charge your credit card. So these stocks, in my opinion, aren't going to go bankrupt. They're only going to make more money and more money and more money. And when these stocks appreciate in price, some of these stocks have dividends. This particular fund, the Vanguard Mega Cap Growth ETF, also has a dividend that pays you interest quarterly. So you're making money on interest on your funds. You're making money on when the price of the stocks go higher. So it's a win-win. Keep in mind, I'm not a professional. I'm not giving you stock advice. If you do your due diligence, contact a professional or do your own research, and buy what you want to buy. You know, I buy what interests me. Right now, this is my second ETF that I hold individually. My number one ETF that I use is the Vanguard VTI, which tracks the whole entire U.S. stock market. So if the market goes up, I'm making money. If the market goes down and a certain sector in the market goes up, I'm making money. So I'm making money from the small companies, the small cap companies, the medium cap companies, and these large mega cap companies. So if one particular part of the economy goes down and one goes up, it balances well. I'm still making money. So either way, you're making money. You know, VTI returns about 20% a year, well, 10% a year, but last year returned 20% during all that turbulence and people losing their jobs and people getting laid off because of COVID-19 and all that stuff. Even through all that turmoil and turbulence, the Vanguard VTI total stock market still returned almost 19% earnings on your money, plus the dividends. So, in my opinion, you can't go wrong. If you're looking for a safe place to park your money, Vanguard VTI. If you're looking for a place to invest in growth companies that are changing the world as we speak, and they're growing in size daily, then the Vanguard Mega Cap Growth ETF is the one for you. Those are the two ones I invest in. I invest in the total stock market and the top 122 companies in the stock market. So, and that's what else we got in here. Let's go down the list here. Like I said yesterday, if you had bought it yesterday, one day previous, it'd be 201.90. The expense ratio for this particular ETF is 0.07%. That's almost free. So that's a pretty cheap, and this is passive income, passive investing, meaning it's not actively invested. It's not being run by a professional. It's just put it in the system, and they go through it. They update it once a year. Once a year, they see who's coming in and who's being dropped out and who's coming into the fund. And because it's passive, not actively managed by a professional doing it, trading stocks every single day, you're saving the fees. And fees are a killer. So you're saving on fees. You're saving on the stocks appreciation. You're making money on the dividends. So if you want to make money and you want to generational wealth and you want to save for a rainy day for your future and retirement, what the pandemic has shown us is that no job is secure. High-paying jobs, low-paying jobs. Blink of an eye, you can lose your job. You have no savings. You have no investments. At least if you invest in the stock market or your real estate, or any kind of investment where it brings money in, rental property, you're ahead of the game. You know, the only ones right now who are doing great in this recession, in this pandemic, are people that are invested in the stock market or invested in real estate. You know, invested in anything that brings money into you, that you're not actively working for it. You're sitting around, sleeping, money's coming in no matter what. Every month your money's coming in, and daily the money's coming in. So that's what you got to do. You got to plan for the future and start now investing for the future. You know, don't think, oh, I don't make enough money. You know, if you no matter how much money you make, you can all save 10% of what you make. Minimum 10% of what you make goes into your investment automatically. If you don't have the willpower, you know, have it automated from your checking account to your investing account. Now you're not thinking about it. Automatically it comes from your checking to your account. And you don't even think about it. Just forget about it. Have it automated and forget about it. You know, 10, 20 years from now, you check your account, see how much money you could be a millionaire. Even if you're not a millionaire, you'll have a couple $100,000 in your account. You know, and who can use a couple $100,000 in their account? What else we got here? Yeah, the dividends pays you 0.45% quarterly dividends. So it doesn't seem that much, but it all adds up. And you have compound interest over time. It starts to double and double and double and double. You know, and even if you don't live long enough to see the benefits from your investments, think of your family, think of your kids, think of your grandkids. You know, I'm sure when you've passed on and they say, "Oh, Grandpa, Daddy left us this money for us," you know, it makes their life a lot easier, and then they can carry the torch. They can start investing, you know, and then pass it on to the next generation, you know. So in this talk, it's made up of basic materials is 1.9%. Communications in this fund is 15.29%. Consumer cyclical is 20.0%, 20.03%. Consumer defensive is 3%. Energy 0.09%, which isn't bad because right now the energy sector is taking a beating. You know, electric, gasoline, no money now right now. Maybe electric. Financial services 8.18%. Healthcare that comes in at 6.55%. Industrials comes in at 4.26%. Real estate comes in at 2.1%. And the biggest portion of this fund is in technologies, 38.59%, which is the Amazon, the Teslas, the Apples. So it makes sense. They're the companies right now who are destroying the stock market, making all the billions, making all the owners multi-billionaires, adding more billions to their balance sheet. And utilities, you get 0% in utilities. And the graphic breakdown, this fund is traded 99.1% in the US and 0.9% in UK, United Kingdom. And that's it. That's our review of the Vanguard Mega Cap Growth ETF. Thanks for joining me, and have a good night. Take care. God bless.